For the top of the box, I cut out this fairy and I stuck it with foam stickers so it'll be dimensional. And I did the same thing for these cutout flowers as well. So these two parts will pop up from the box. And then for the fairy wings, I used stickles. So here I used diamond stickles. And this one, I used this fruit punch stickles. So it's really, really pretty. And for the flowers, I used baby blue stickles and candy cane stickles that I used for the flowers as I just put like dots on it. And I think stickles does amazing things to your project. Suddenly from, you know, not so lively becomes like like mesmerizing. I really, really like how they came out. And for the stickles here for the dress, I just outlined the dress with some of the diamond stickles. So I think that's all for the outside. And for the moment of truth, ta-da! So you saw this already. I think you probably have seen this in the earlier video, how it is like. So let me take you step by step how I built this up. First, you need to make the base of the box. So let's get right to that. After making the base, you need to make the walls, and the walls here are made from envelopes. So you take out this tag and this photo mat, and here you see that this is an envelope because it has a photo mat inside here. And again, I used the curvy shapes. So this is how I did it. So this is just the same thing that I did with the, was it my Mariposa? No, my garden mini album. But this time I took a bigger envelope, and I took a 6 inches by 9 inches envelope. I score it at 3 inches, and then to make my curvy shape, I used this French doodly thing. So before scoring, what I did was I sealed the envelope here and I cut both sides, so it will become like a tube. So I folded it at 3 inches, and then I take this handy dandy doodle curve thing, and of course, as you can see, that the curve is not as long as the envelope, right? So I probably need to make some adjustments. What I do is that I come down here from the edge here to here is about 0.75 inch. And because the stencil is not long enough to do one straight curve, I have to do it a few times or adjust my template. So I angle it here, and then again I shift the template probably about here, and then I connect again. Probably I want the tip to be here, and I connect the line. Okay, so then the curve would look like this. Then you just take your scissors, cut it, and then it would look something like this. So this is how the envelope would look like once you have wrapped it up with pattern paper. And the pattern paper that I use here requires no introduction whatsoever, because everyone knows it is Once Upon a Springtime from Graphic 45. So here, just give you a look without all the tags in the way, so you can see how the envelope looks like. Oops, sorry. Once you have wrapped the envelopes with pattern paper, what you do is you stick to the flaps of the box. Now is the fun part. I have already done all my envelopes. As you can see, I have not stuck it down yet because I want to wait till the very end before I stick everything down. And so the fun part is what everyone has been asking me about is how do I do that flying, the flying butterflies. And the secret is, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it really, right? Because it's a secret. It's transparency paper. So what I do is I cut strips of transparency, and the strips is as wide as, well, it's as wide as my cutting mat. Okay, you can't see it. Let me show it to you later. So I can put this away because all I really need now is not this box but the bottom here. So this is the box that will be in the middle, and I'll probably put my mini album inside here. And I have already marked where my box should be, and I've marked it in pencils. The 4 corners plus the 4 meets. So there's probably 8 points that I've marked it in pencil where I want my flying things to be. Okay, so I'm just going to take this out. Put this aside. So like I said, what you need to do, or what you need is the secret of the flying is the transparency paper, transparency, and the width is about the size of my cutting mat box. Well, so with using a ruler, I mean, it's really handy. That's why it's really handy to get this cutting mat with grid lines. Okay, so it's about less than 0.25 of an inch, yeah? And the length of the transparency, for the moment, I'm cutting it as long as my envelope. Okay, and then my first flying thingy, I'm going to do a floral or whatever arrangement. What I do is, okay, the tip here, okay, now that I remember, I'm going to snip off just a tad diagonally. Okay, do you see that? Okay, anyway, I snipped it diagonally. Don't think the camera is picking it up. And then I'm just bending the tip forward. See? This is the part that you need to know to make your flying things. And from here, you can do wonders with it. Can you see that? Okay, so I just bend it just a little bit here. And then at the end, at the other corner, instead of bending it same as here, I'm going to bend it the other way. So it will become like a Z, but I won't bend it now. There. I more or less position the flying things to be, and it's still kind of a little bit flat, and I realized that seriously, if it's too long, it would just, it won't have any backbone, and it would just blap like that. So keep the strands a little bit shorter, and I have not pasted everything down, but I think if we paste down and you can see through, it will come up, it will stand up a little bit more. And how you can adjust to say that how high or low, whether it's this high or this, or you want it to be positioned this way or this way. You can play around with the angle, like for instance, oops, I just banged the table. Like for instance, this flower, if I want it to be to bend a little bit more this way, I would probably fold it in more and play around with the base. So here I have it folded it in, so I did several folds to shorten it and slip it through. But let's say if it's not falling as much as I would like it to be, I can easily turn it the other way around and slip it through this way instead, and see how the angle is. Yeah, so this is the few ways on how you can adjust the angle of how once the box is open, how much do you want it to bend and fall. So easy, right? No rocket science or secret to these flying fairies and flowers. And I really hope that this clears up how I did the flying thingies, as so many of you all have been asking. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. I hope I've answered all of it in this video. But if I haven't, please send me a message or comments below. Thank you. For those of you who want to try out this project and trying to figure out where to buy these beautiful, gorgeous Graphic 45 papers, do check out Blue Moon Scrapbooking. Scott and Lisa are just simply wonderful people, and you would just simply have the most sublime customer service. You would never regret it. They always have the latest and greatest things, scrapbooking stuff at their store, so do check them out. And say hi to Scott and Lisa for me. Okay, bye.
Walking with crowds, perfect feelings around.